Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a really fundamental shift in what our AI assistants can do. We're talking about a move from just answering our questions to actually acting on our behalf. And it's all being sparked by a huge upgrade to a device a lot of us already have in our homes.
Okay, let's just think about this for a second. Seriously, how many tabs do you open? You've got one for flights, another for hotels, probably a different app for restaurant reservations, and maybe a few more for checking out local activities. It's just a mess, right? So much friction for what should be a pretty simple goal.
But what if you could do all of that with just one sentence? Imagine just saying what you want and having it all handled for you. Well, that is the core promise of this next generation of AI, a future where these complex, multi-step tasks are managed with a single, simple conversation.
So here's how we're going to break this down today. First, we'll look at what this next big step for AI really means. Then we'll use Alexa's huge upgrade as a real-world example. After that, we'll get into the tech that actually makes it all possible, take a look at the new platform war it's creating, and finally, wrap up with the major challenges that are still ahead.
All right, let's jump right in. The most important thing to get your head around here is the massive conceptual leap that AI is taking. We are moving way beyond simple assistance and into a whole new world of powerful AI agents. Yeah, this slide lays it out perfectly. For years, our voice assistants have basically been glorified search engines, right? You ask a question, they give you an answer. The huge shift now is that they're becoming life execution agents. You state a goal, and they go out into the digital world and actually do the thing for you. And there is no better real-world example of this new agentic AI than what Amazon is doing with Alexa Plus. They are completely transforming their voice assistant into a true AI-driven service platform. So get this, Amazon is targeting 2026. That's the year they're planning to start rolling out a whole slate of major new integrations for Alexa Plus, basically turning it into the central hub for managing your day-to-day life. And how are they going to do this? Well, it's all about deep integrations with some key partners. I mean, we're talking about the heavy hitters here. Expedia for booking travel, Yelp for finding local services, Angi for home repairs, and Square for handling all the payments and appointments. It's an incredibly powerful, interconnected ecosystem that covers just about every part of modern life. And a query like this just shows you how big of a leap we're really talking about. I mean, notice this isn't a simple search. It's a complex request with a ton of constraints, a very specific skill, a certain type of house, and a narrow time frame. The new Alexa is being designed to understand all that nuance and then actually act on it. Okay, so that's the what. But how? How does an AI actually go from understanding a request like that to getting an electrician scheduled and on the books? Let's pull back the curtain a little and demystify the tech that makes all this magic possible. It really boils down to three core abilities. First up, context awareness. The AI actually remembers your conversation, so you don't have to repeat yourself and start from scratch every single time. Second, and this is absolutely crucial, is ABI-based execution. You can think of this as giving the AI a key to other services, so it can go in and digitally press the buttons on Expedia or Angi for you. And third is multi-step orchestration. This is where it gets really smart, chaining multiple actions together, like finding a service, checking your calendar, and then booking the appointment, all into one seamless workflow. So when you put all of that together, what do you really get? The AI positions itself to become this kind of universal intermediary. It becomes the one interface you talk to, and it handles all the complicated, messy interactions with all those other services in the background. So when you zoom back out, it becomes pretty clear that this is way more than just a product update. This is a massive, high-stakes battle among the tech giants to become the central operating system for our daily lives. And this table does a great job of laying out the battlefield. You've got OpenAI and Microsoft kind of owning the desktop, and Google, of course, has a lock on our smartphones. But Amazon has this unique ace up its sleeve, the home scenario. With its whole ecosystem of Echo, Fire TV, and Ring devices, Alexa is already deeply woven into the fabric of our living rooms and kitchens. But let's be real, this future isn't a done deal, not by a long shot. There are some really significant challenges to overcome before AI agents become our go-to for managing all our everyday tasks. And this right here, this is probably the central question facing the entire industry. Are these new AI agents going to be so convenient and so trustworthy that we actually abandon our decades-long habit of manually tapping through different apps on our phones to get things done? So what's it going to take for them to succeed?
Well, according to the sources, it all hinges on two critical things. First, the service has to be incredibly comprehensive, covering more than 90% of what you'd normally need to do. If you constantly have to drop back to an app, it's failed. And second, and this might be even more important, it has to earn our trust by making accurate recommendations that don't feel like they're just serving us ads all day. And that brings us to the core tension of this entire technological shift. On one side, you've got the incredible promise of a completely frictionless life. But on the other, there's the peril. What happens when we delegate a really high-stakes task, like booking a non-refundable flight or hiring a contractor, and the AI gets it wrong? That's a huge loss of both trust and control.
So ultimately, this is the question we're all left with. This whole evolution is about so much more than just technology. It's really about our relationship with it. As these AI agents offer to take more and more off our plate, we have to decide, how much of our own decision-making and autonomy are we truly willing to trade away for all that convenience?